Now that we have our rooting down and that concentration, that focus in the feet and in the legs, what we're going to do is we're going to work on shifting our weight from side to side and maintaining that root and maintaining that control of the balance, or developing that control of the balance that comes with this exercise. So after you've done your breathing exercise, your entire body should be completely relaxed. Your focus should be down in the bottoms of your feet and those roots that are growing into the ground. You should feel very solid. You should feel like a tree here. Okay? So what we're going to do, you can start with your feet shoulder width apart. You can start with them together. Not that important. I like to start with my feet farther apart, establish that root, focus into one leg. So now I have the roots going into that one leg. I've pulled the roots out of this side. I shift my weight, and it's like I'm a tree here, very solid. I pick up this foot, bringing the heel up, then the toe, bring it in, and then step back out. Gently touch with the toe first, settle the heel, and begin to shift my weight to the side. As I do that, I transfer my focus, like I'm lifting that root out of this leg, growing that root down into this leg. Establish that tree, you're solid here, and once you've done that, then you pick up the other foot and bring it in. And you don't have to bring the foot very high, you can just keep it pretty low. We're just working on maintaining control of that balance. When you step out, the thing you want to really be aware of is that you touch the ground when you want to, that you don't fall onto that foot. If you fall onto the foot, then you've lost control of the balance, and you should come back, reestablish that root, and step out. If you find that every time you step out you end up falling, you may be stepping a little too far. So step a little bit closer to this foot, bring it out, and then try there. And if that's a piece of cake and that's really easy, then when you step out, try stepping a little bit further. But if you get to a point where you find that every time you step out, you're dropping onto that foot, and you have this kind of clunk happening, you need to bring your feet a little closer together when you do this step so that you can control the balance and really learn to be aware of your balance and how to control it. So here, establish the root, step straight out to the side, gently touch. Shift, the heel touches, lift the heel on this side, establish that root, make sure you have your root there before you pick this foot up and bring it in. And then step back out. Spend as much time as possible on one foot. Try not to go from here, out really fast, and then shift slow. That's not working on what we're trying to work on here. We want to work on the balance, and the balance only gets developed when you're here, on one foot. So as you're doing this, spend as much time as possible on one foot, and then gently touch, shift, establish the root, and then spend as much time as possible with this foot in the air as you come in. That's going to help strengthen your legs, it's going to help strengthen your ankles, your feet, and it's going to help build your awareness of your balance, of your body position, and of your connection to the ground so that you have control of your balance the entire time. The other thing, the last point on this one that's really important, when you're stepping out to the side, it's really common to want to try to counterbalance that weight. So when this leg comes up and it starts going out, your upper body starts to tilt out to the side to try to counterbalance, and then you can go really far with that step and touch and come back in. Well, that's not useful for what we're trying to do here. It's not about competing with yourself and saying, I can step out this far, competing with someone else and say, well, they can step out this far, I need to step farther than that. It's about developing yourself and being aware of your body and learning to use your body efficiently. So when you do this, keep yourself straight. Maintain your posture here and step out. Don't throw this upper body out to the side to try to counterbalance. The benefits of that is, one, it helps strengthen your hips, your core muscles quite a bit more, but it also is more efficient in your body structure. Here I have to build up a lot of tension to get out there, and my body's structure is not supporting itself. It's just a bunch of muscle that's holding it up so I can get there. Here I want my body aligned. I want the structure so I can use less muscle, be more efficient with my motion here, and step out, and then shift. Still maintaining this. Step in. Step out. So the upper body doesn't rock from side to side. So that's the first one. It's pretty simple. Practice it as much as you can. And the important thing is, don't focus on moving on to the next move. Focus on getting this down. This can be like a meditative exercise. It can be just a balance exercise. It can be its own relaxation exercise where you forget about the rest of the world and you're just focused on your connection to the floor and your balance.